Welcome to Fire Alarm Test 18, a surprise. And we will see that surprise later. So let's begin. Right here I have a Wheelock low frequency sounder. Again, I have used this a few times, but I am running out of fire alarms to use, so I'm using this one again. Just standard Wheelock low frequency sounder from the original LED series. Currently set on code 3. And the surprise takes place at the second location. Might not be surprising at first. If you watch my previous system test, I had this Wheelock LED strobe, which I still have it up. But I'm zoomed in awfully close to it. And I did change the candela to 30. That's really all I changed with it. But if I go to the left a little bit, you are going to now see that there's another notification appliance. It's another Wheelock low frequency sounder, as I have 2 of these in my collection. Also set on code 3. And you can see these wires lead to the batteries. And that's a new set of batteries for this fire alarm. But this red wire leads to something that really is going to change the fire alarm tests. Here we go. I have a pull station on the setup now. This is a Silent Night BG12, and I don't really plan on changing the pull stations out. This might pretty much be permanent. I plan on using this pretty much all the time. I will probably eventually get another pull station for the first location, but it is a Silent Night BG12, and here's the key. The strobe will not be connected to the pull station, just the horn. I will probably hook up the strobe and the horn before I pull the pull station. But before we begin, if you have epilepsy, please don't watch this, as this light will be flashing. And turn your volume down, as these will be very loud. Alright, so how this is going to work by doing the codings, I'm going to be testing the 3 coding options in a different way. These have code 3, code 4, and continuous. And by changing the coding, you just have to flip that switch in the back. It's like changing the candela, basically, but with coding instead. So both are going to be doing code 3 to start. So here we go. Already got the other horn running, and I got the strobe going off. Now I'm going to be pulling this pull station. I'm going to try syncing the horns. I'm sorry if they're off sync. Yeah, I did pretty good on that one. These aren't even too loud, but they're still probably the loudest low frequency sounder on the market. You can kind of hear an echo from these throughout the basement pretty easily. It is nice to see the separate horn and strobe. Alright, everything else is off, but this horn is still going, as I'm going to be resetting the pull station. So you gotta push the key to unlock it, and then I kinda gotta pull on it. It's kinda hard to do with one hand. Now that I got the pull station open, I just have to switch to normal. I just said switch twice in the same sentence. Then close the pull station, and then lock it again so it doesn't open. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not really going to pull the pull station on camera again, but I am going to show the rest of the coding options. So I'm going to keep the first location, or actually I'm going to keep the second location on code 3 still, but I'm going to be switching the first location's horn to code 4. And like I said, there's just a switch on the back, and flick it in whatever direction you want until you find the coding option you want. Now I switched it to code 4, known as temporal 4 as well. Alright, so here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to now be switching the other horn to do code 4 as well. So now both horns will be doing code 4. They're not in sync. This does really simulate a carbon monoxide kind of setup here with the code 4 and the yellow amber strobe. This location's still doing code 4, but now the second location is doing continuous. Yep, the loudest coding by far. This horn will now be doing code 3. The other horn I now switched to continuous. Here we go. Now it's time for the loudest one yet, all continuous. Alright, this is loud. That is going to do it for this fire alarm test. I hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.